Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. We are back. Took a little hiatus. I am Bagadon. This is Stockmarketcaddie.com. It is Sunday, October 20th at about 4:48 Sunday afternoon. And I got to tell you, I am thrilled to be back. The last time we made a video was back here on October 9th. It was Wednesday afternoon, and Uncle Milty was about to pay us a visit. That SOB. He started in the Pacific, he crosses Mexico, he comes across the Gulf of Mexico, and he comes right over Susan and I. The eye of the storm. We were doing pretty well, and we had about an hour to go, and then the alerts went out that the dirty side of the storm was going right over us. We did just fine. I do want you to know we came out just fine. Made a hell of a mess. We were without power for a while. We had to chase down. We didn't have quite enough gasoline, but we got it. Thank you, Governor DeSantis. And we were without internet. But we've been busy cleaning up. We feel very, very fortunate. Our community got hit pretty hard. And so in relative terms, we feel very fortunate. There were some folks in lower lying areas of our community that, took on quite a bit of rainwater. We had, I am told, in our community, 19 inches of rain in about 8 or 9 hours over that, I think at most. It was absolutely unbelievable. I also want to say thank you. We heard from a lot of folks, from family, friends, members, of which are, of course, both family and friends to us. And we even heard from folks, give you for instance, that are not family and not even members. We got a phone call from a gentleman, Juan, in Texas. And he called the other day, and I answered the phone. And he said, "Are you Bag or Don?" I said, "Yes." And he said, "Are you okay?" I said, "I think so." I said, "Who are you?" And he goes, "I'm Juan." I said, "What can I do for you, Juan?" "Well, I've been following your YouTube videos, and I know that a storm went through, and I haven't heard from you, and I just wanted to make sure that you're okay. I was worried about you and your family." So I told Juan the truth, that we are very fortunate. Susan and I did not get hurt, and the home stood like a rock, thank goodness. And we've been through a few of them together now, and so we're very fortunate. So thank you, Juan, for reaching out, and for others as well. We heard from a lot of folks. Sometimes, these events, these natural disasters, they can bring out the best, and sometimes they bring out the worst. But usually the best far outweigh the worst. And sometimes it comes from corners you would never expect. That it's not really a brother-in-law, the husband of the niece, that proceeds to lecture me a couple of hours before the storm on how I need to be more attentive to my political choices because I'm about to be punished due to climate change. Yes, he holds a special place. What a hoot, right? Everybody's got one or two of those. Hopefully not two. Hopefully just one, not two. But in any case, we are back, and thrilled to be back. This is the longest stretch I've gone, probably without visibility on the market too. So one of the tools that I like to come to is to get an idea what the retail trader is looking at, what they're thinking, and where they are as we get going. And that tool is what we call the SMC Retail Trader Radar. And this tool could be sitting on your desktop. So I have not seen, I knew the market was running, but I did not have visibility on it at all. So let me show you what this is and what it is showing us and our members tonight, especially our annual members that have this on their desktop. This is the 5-day EMA, 10-day, 20, 50, 200. And we can sort and we can know what stock is racing higher for whatever reasons. I know it was beaten up before the storm. Humana, 7.52% over its 5-day EMA, as an example. Netflix, iSurge, United Airlines. These are the little rockets that are running. Now, what we've done to expedite, I'll show you, we've gone down, and this tool is semi-automatic in that I went down, don't let me make you dizzy, and I got a number, show you. It's going to give a very unique breadth. There were 345 stocks that are over their 5-day out of the 500. And what I did, I came into this tool right here, edit, and I plugged it in right here, 345. I did the same thing for the 10-day, the 20, the 50, and the 200. These are the number of stocks that are over all of those averages. The market total is 500. Once we plug them all in, we now get a market breadth. And it shows us, now we could sort and show you, you could too, which average you might think is important. But what we're interested in is the overall breadth. So 69% of all the stocks in the S&P 500 are over their 5-day EMA. 73% are over their 10-day. 75 are over their 20. 77 are over their 50. And 82 are over their 200. A very strong market indeed at the moment. And so the retail trader, they're feeling flush. They absolutely are. Everything is right with the world, and their candidate, whoever it is going to win the election, and we're off and running. Well, not so fast, because this is also calculating the overall breadth of the market. Now, you can't add moving averages, but this gives us the overall breadth, and it says that 75% of all the stocks in the S&P 500 are over all of their averages. And that's when they're feeling quite happy, quite content. But this is not. When you get a reading, you notice the background is shrouded in red. When you get a reading over 70%, that is not the place where you want to be initiating or committing new money into the S&P. No. If you've been in the S&P and you've been riding this, congratulations. You might want to take some profit. You might want to get some counter trades on. You might want to get some puts on. Because yes, it could go higher. And if it does go to 80% or 85 or 90, this background is going to get not green, but really, really bright red. Because what do we know? Greed kills. It does. When they get euphoric, when they get super greedy, we know there's going to be a trap door on the other side. I'm sorry to say that's what happens, and the markets are likely to come in. So again, if you've been riding this, congratulations. If you've been sitting it out and you're like, man, now is not the time to get involved. You want to wait. Now, I'm not saying that the market is going to crash. I'm not saying that it's going to go down to 50% or 20% on the breadth. It could. It could. But now is not the time to commit new money. In fact, you might want to begin as a trader to be thinking about taking the other side. And when the overall breadth of the market does get below 20%, gets down to 15 or 10, and yes, it's done that in the months past, the background gets super bright green. You can buy just about anything at that point, and that's a great way to go. I am Bagadon at Stock Market Caddy, and we are back. Be sure to visit our website. Be sure to click the like buttons and the notification buttons. Send us your questions. And if you have any other questions, you're welcome to call 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 813-758-8263. Juan, thanks so much. It's always good. Surround yourself with good people. Surround yourself with like-minded people. Surround yourself with positive thinking people. The others, the toxic ones, not so much. Have fun, everybody. Good to be back.